Imagine waking up tomorrow with a brain that learns faster, remembers more, focuses longer, and makes better decisions. Most people assume that kind of mental performance comes down to intelligence or genetics, but neuroscience tells a different story. Your brain is not fixed. It is constantly changing. Scientists call this neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to reorganize itself based on how you live, think, and behave. Every habit you repeat is shaping the neural pathways you rely on tomorrow. And according to decades of research from Harvard, Stanford, Oxford, and the National Institutes of Health, some everyday habits have a surprisingly powerful effect on memory, focus, learning ability, and long-term brain health. Let's look at the science. If your brain had a cleaning crew, it would work during sleep. While you're sleeping, your brain strengthens memories, processes information, and prepares itself for the next day. But perhaps the most fascinating discovery came in 2013, when researchers identified the glymphatic system. Think of it as the brain's waste removal network. During deep sleep, cerebrospinal fluid flushes through brain tissue and removes toxic waste products, including beta amyloid, a protein associated with Alzheimer's disease. Source: Xie et al., Science, 2013. Without enough sleep, learning becomes less effective, reaction times slow down, and decision-making suffers. Neuroscientist Matthew Walker summarizes decades of research with a simple statement: sleep is the single most effective thing we can do to reset our brain and body health. If you want a sharper brain, start by protecting your sleep. Most people exercise to improve their body, but exercise may be even more important for the brain. Researchers at the University of Illinois found that regular aerobic exercise actually increased the size of the hippocampus, a brain region essential for memory and learning. Source: Erickson et al., PNAS, 2011. Exercise also increases a powerful growth molecule called BDNF, or brain-derived neurotrophic factor. Scientists often describe BDNF as fertilizer for the brain because it helps neurons grow and communicate more effectively. In simple terms, when you exercise your body, you are training your brain. And you don't need extreme workouts. A brisk walk for 30 to 40 minutes several times per week can provide measurable cognitive benefits. Although your brain represents only about 2% of your body weight, it consumes roughly 20% of your energy. That means food directly affects brain performance. Research consistently shows that diets rich in vegetables, berries, nuts, fish, olive oil, and whole grains support healthier cognitive aging. One of the most researched approaches is the MIND diet, developed by scientists at Rush University. People who closely followed this dietary pattern showed slower cognitive decline and a significantly lower risk of Alzheimer's disease. Source: Morris et al., Alzheimer's and Dementia, 2015. Particularly important are omega-3 fatty acids found in fatty fish. These fats are critical building blocks for healthy brain cells. Every meal is either helping your brain function efficiently or making its job harder. One of the strongest predictors of long-term brain resilience is continuous learning. Scientists call this cognitive reserve. It refers to the brain's ability to adapt and maintain function despite aging or damage. Source: Stern, 2012. Every time you learn a new skill, your brain creates and strengthens neural connections. Research published in Nature showed that adults learning to juggle developed measurable structural changes in brain regions associated with visual processing and coordination. Source: Dragansky et al., Nature, 2004. Reading has similar benefits. A study from Emory University found that reading increased connectivity in regions associated with language comprehension and sensory processing. Source: Burns et al., Brain Connectivity, 2013. Reading is not passive entertainment. It is mental exercise. And like any exercise, it strengthens with repetition. Modern life places the brain under constant pressure, and chronic stress has real biological consequences. High levels of stress hormones can interfere with memory formation, concentration, and emotional regulation. This is where mindfulness meditation becomes powerful. Researchers at Harvard Medical School found that just 8 weeks of mindfulness practice produced measurable changes in brain regions associated with memory, self-awareness, and emotional control. Source: Holtzel et al., 2011. Another large review published in JAMA found that meditation can reduce stress, anxiety, and depression. Source: Goyle et al., JAMA Internal Medicine, 2014. You don't need to meditate for hours. Even 10 minutes a day can help train attention and improve mental resilience. Brain health is not only about what happens inside your head, it's also about the people around you. Meaningful social interaction challenges memory, language, empathy, and emotional intelligence. Research consistently shows that loneliness and social isolation are associated with poorer physical and mental health outcomes. Source: Holt-Lundstad et al., PLOS Medicine. Strong relationships provide something every brain needs: stimulation, conversation, connection, and purpose. Your social life affects your cognitive life more than most people realize. We live in the most distracted period in human history. Notifications, messages, social media, constant interruptions. Every time your attention shifts, your brain pays a cost. Researchers at Stanford University found that heavy multitaskers performed worse on tasks involving attention control and memory management. Source: Ophir et al., PNAS 2009. The brain performs best when it focuses deeply on one task at a time. That means turn off unnecessary notifications, create distraction-free work periods, and give your brain space to think deeply. Attention is the gateway to learning. Protect it. Two of the most overlooked brain habits are hydration and light exposure. Studies show that even mild dehydration can reduce concentration, alertness, and mood. Source: Ganio et al., British Journal of Nutrition, 2011. Meanwhile, exposure to natural morning light helps regulate the body's circadian rhythm. This improves energy levels during the day and sleep quality at night. And better sleep leads to better cognitive performance. Small habits often create the biggest long-term effects. The most important lesson from modern neuroscience is surprisingly simple. Brain power is not built through one breakthrough moment. It's built through daily habits. Sleep improves memory. Exercise strengthens brain structure. Nutrition fuels cognitive performance. Learning builds cognitive reserve. Meditation improves focus. Relationships support resilience. Deep work protects attention. And simple habits like hydration and morning sunlight keep the entire system functioning properly. The remarkable thing is that your brain responds to these habits almost immediately. Every night of good sleep, every workout, every book chapter, every healthy meal, every meaningful conversation, all of them are shaping the most powerful tool you will ever own: your brain. And science is clear. The best investment you will ever make is in keeping it healthy.